are squawking dead. And welcome back. I know we didn't broadcast on Sunday night like we promised you again. But anyway, I don't know why the sound is on right now, but I'm your host, David Cameo, and I am joined by Cosmo Mom 09 Rachael Burt, and as not always, but as always, she is OG Squawkin' D Carol G. That was like kind of half wrestling presenter, half was like, what are the dudes called when they score the soccer or the football?
Yeah,
commentators.
That was kind of like they goal.
It was like a little bit match,
little hodgepodge. Anyway, so we're here, and we're actually last week we broadcasted on Periscope for the first time. We're doing it again now. If I remembered to. Okay, so it's actually broadcasting. That's cool. And we are broadcasting on low latency, which means we'll see your comments a whole lot faster. For one thing. Also, and Thomas says hi, Carol. He missed you.
He's so sweet.
Yeah, we're also broadcasting on Twitch and Mixer. If some of you guys who didn't know, and some people who do follow the Twitch news, there's this guy named Ninja who used to stream on Twitch a lot. He's like the number one esports gaming person on the interwebs, and he made this bold announcement that he's moving from Twitch, which basically gave Twitch a name. I mean, it had been known, but never as popular as when Ninja was on it. So he moved over to Mixer, like Microsoft's version of Twitch, which since then it's just been blowing up. So I said, I'm streaming through Restream, so I might as well go for it. So we're doing that. We're streaming on now Twitch, Mixer, Periscope, YouTube, Facebook, and of course, Walani, because I see you there, Instagram. So, and a partridge in a pear tree to you too. So that's what we're doing. Let me just do one more thing before we continue, because we have a little bit of announcing to do. There we go. That's a lot better. Okay, cool. Okay. And I actually have all of you, Stacy, Tom, I have this really cool chat app that I can see all your chats in at once. So hopefully there'll be a little bit more reaction time from all of us. So, yeah. Except for Instagram, you're still kind of stuck. And hi, Walani. See, and now what I can do with Instagram is I can wave back at you. Boom. I bet you didn't know I could do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what I wanted to do was talk to you guys after a little announcement about all the streaming services we're broadcasting on is the first thing, and we just got a like from this by The Walking Dead's account, The Walking Dead on AMC.
I saw that.
Yeah. We were able to pull all 8 articles from Michonne's multi-community charter for rights and freedoms. It has been updated on our blog. We have links in our Twitter like galore. You can get to our blog by heading to squawkingdead.com, main menu, and then just click blog, and you'll just see it right there. I suggest the full screen because there are some images there. We have the original image from the first unveiling, and then we have the updated image with I think it's Father Gabriel sweeping the like the church or the meeting hall.
Yeah.
At the entrance.
Yeah. So I included that as well. I even included a footnote at the top, like with the update. And you have basically the gist between like there are some holes missing, from the article, but I mean you really do get the gist. But here's the sad part. So there's the positive part is that the Walking Dead account liked that post, which, like, by the way, sent me off into the hallway telling my wife, like, I felt like Tom Cruise, like, dun, 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 except not as cool at all. Instead, I looked like Elaine dancing violently, like from Seinfeld.
Oh gosh!
I have no shame. I was so like over the moon about this. So I just like started kicking my feet out and going like that, and then I just walked in calmly and continued working because that's what I do throughout the day. So. That's what I do.
That's awesome.
I got Eye in the Dark here. Oh my god, this is wonderful. I love how I can see you guys like so like in one screen. It's incredible. Anyway, so the sad part is they released a video after that, just after that, with the first article. Like they're going through the first, I think it's either the preamble or the first article, and I started thinking to myself, all the things that made what I was doing special is going to get ruined by these videos now. Because like now, I mean, on the positive side, like everybody's going to be able to get all 8 articles, but on the negative side, it kind of takes our contribution and not flushes it through the toilet, because we had like articles 1 through 4 or 5 and then 8. Like from March 1st, literally March 1st. Mm-hmm. So we had that for a long time. It's our most popular blog. It was like in the 300, it was almost in the 400s. Now, like in the 400s of views. Now it's like ballooning to 500, 600, 700 right now, which is good for us.
No, 100%.
So that's pretty interesting. So I'm happy that they're coming out now. I will update the blog. It's going to be only a couple of edits because we have basically all of it. So I'm going to be rewatching the video again to see if we had it right, but I think we do. The only thing is, and this is something I noticed, is that they changed one word from one of the articles when I looked at the new promo. Not this new video, but like the new promo. And like the word changed from justice to sanction. So I have a feeling that, and this is why I'm like, maybe some other things will get changed too. So one other thing, and this is going to get edited out. How are we looking on your screens right now? Because we're streaming through like one service that's broadcasting to all these platforms. So if we look good, let us know. Okay.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it costs money. Yeah. Well, there you go. But look, if you wanna do crazy things, you gotta sync it. The way I equated it was kind of like, okay, what's $10 extra a month? But then again, our hosting costs a certain amount of money per month, and then where we host the podcast costs a certain amount of money per month. So it adds up. To that end, I kind of wanted to mention that, and we're gonna probably talk about this offline to kind of really nail this down. But we're thinking about like doing a little shuffling in how we do the live broadcast, because it's not that we don't like interacting live. It's kind of like been all what we're about lately. But what it is we're going to try to incentivize like a real-time chat that everybody can use to kind of like an exclusive intimate chat, where all of you can touch base with us like immediately. Like basically you're going to be there almost as if you're there in the room with us. And we're trying to work on a way to kind of not only have you in real time chatting with us, and we would have this live broadcast exclusive to those who, just would pay like I don't know, like $1 a month or something like that, just to keep the lights on. And we will still be doing premieres either way. We're going to try to start this on TWD season 10. But if it doesn't work, we'll just go back to the way things were. But and then we'll still be doing premieres on Facebook, YouTube, all the streaming services that we're running off of right now. And the point of that would be, so if we do the premieres, we can interact with you live as you watch to kind of answer any questions or any doubts you have in real time. So we're going to toy with that. But in the meantime, you've got us right where you want us. So, and look, somebody's already following on Mixer right now. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
And
is that you? Are you on Mixer? Are you on Mixer?
Casey Murda 420. That sounds like your husband, Mixer? Actually.
It is.
Casey Murda 420. So now you know his Mixer handle. It's Casey underscore. No, you need to know this. Casey underscore Murda, MURDA underscore 420. Yep. So you kind of know where he's at, personality wise.
Headspace, yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to mention a couple more things, and I'm going to try to race through these because obviously these are things that we said last week, but it bears repeating every week. New York Comic Con, we have a panel, we have a room, we have a time. We're doing a Walking Dead panel on Thursday night, 6:30 at room. It'll be in the description. 1824, I think it is. Yeah, that's it actually. 1824. This is 6:30 Thursday night, and yeah, we're gonna have some guests that we'll probably lay on you as you get there. We're gonna probably talk about us for a little while. We're gonna talk to our guests for a little while, and we're gonna open up the floor to you guys. So it's an hour only, but hopefully there'll be some interesting other surprises that I haven't mentioned here, because we're still kind of developing it right now. But we will also be live broadcasting it and using what we're using now to kind of reach you right now. That's kind of the whole purpose. The whole thing that pushed me to do all this streaming is basically so that I could take this laptop, bring it over to New York Comic Con, click a button, and then have all these streaming services like broadcast this thing. And Meg's on Facebook. Hey, Meg.
Hey, Meg.
That's cool. Our girl Meg has Meg the Geek is doing some work right now. She couldn't join us, but she said she's joining us in spirit in the comments. So
we miss you.
We miss you. Okay, so New York Comic Con's out of the way. Walker Stalker, we have a table, and we have press passes, bitches. We're still trying to figure out what we're going to do. But yeah, and Blazy, we're gonna see you in Atlanta too. Yeah. So we're still trying to figure out what we're gonna do with the press passes, because we get 4, but only one person can do cast interviews. So I've put my hat in the ring for Carol, and I'm gonna embarrass her on air. I've done it a million times, but I said she was just on fire and on point, like interviewing Tom Payne. So I thought, I'm going to embarrass her and put her out at the forefront, despite all her anxieties, to kind of talk to everybody else. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Hopefully lightning strikes twice.
Yeah, hopefully lightning strikes me before I get to do this. It's going to be work, I guess. No. So, yeah, we're going to figure it out. I still haven't looked at the guidelines and all that stuff, because there's just so much stuff to do beforehand, like getting business cards printed out for the VIP swag bags. Yeah, I have to do it 3 times too. I probably have to print out like 3,000 business cards, one for the swag bags, one for Walker Stalker, and then another for New York Comic Con.
That's true.
And I'm thinking of printing out stickers and buttons and stuff to kind of give out to everybody while I'm at it.
Love stickers and pins.
People love free shit.
Well, yeah, in general, yeah.
And usually small free shit. Nobody likes the big free shit.
Exactly. No.
So that's happening. Yeah. So table for you guys to meet us, talk to us, charge your phones, and maybe I'm working on maybe doing some refreshments and stuff like that. So, just like hydrate, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I mean, more stuff in store. Like we're still trying to figure all this stuff out. Like, so we'll see soon. So I have a story. It's kind of a short story. Basically, my wife just came back from a brunch on Sunday with her colleagues from school. Like some of the colleagues, that one of them was on maternity leave for a long time, so she really didn't get the chance to kind of talk to her and all that. And she is sitting down with all these people. She talks about, The Walking Dead and what I do. And they're like, oh, we're going to watch the first episode. And they ended up watching it, right? So they're like, okay, we'll watch the first episode of the first season, the pilot. And so on and so forth. We're determined to catch up so you can listen to your podcast. Here's the thing, though. One of the colleagues gets back to my wife and says, oh, my mom taught at Sidwell, which is like an elementary school, I think, or a middle school. Anyway, turns out she was teaching at the same time John Bernthal was learning there. Okay. Now I quote. Then, like, see, so here's the revolving door of like the connections that we somehow seem to have. Like, my friend John, who Carol, taught Angel Theory, right? Kelly,
right? I remember you saying that.
Right?
Yeah.
And now John Bernthal was my wife's mother's not student, but the reason why she knew that was because John Bernthal was, quote, quite a handful.
I could totally see that.
I believe that.
I believe that 100%.
Yeah.
So there's not much of a story to that, but I just find that kind of like, A, hilarious. B, the teacher connection is real. It's real.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I didn't think that would pan out, but like marrying a teacher. I dated a lot of doctors, okay? I'm just saying right now. I'm glad. And then here's the spectrum, right? Okay, let me just show you the spectrum.
Okay.
The doctor's over here, and I dated like 3 of those. And
Really?
Then I dated an artist over here. Because, they're creative, medical.
Yeah, that's a very big difference, yeah.
And then I kind of met in the middle with the teacher, didn't I?
That is true.
There's a little left brain, little right brain.
Yeah.
That's true.
Who knew there was a middle? And Tom was saying like he admits that in interviews.
That's funny.
Confirmed
then.
Just saying. So I know. Yeah, Milani's saying small world. See, I can see your asses right now.
No kidding.
Now you may be noticing what the hell is Squawking Dead doing on this shirt. It's clearly not a Squawking Dead shirt, right? So I got this shirt from Thorgon9 on Instagram. And it's a Walker tip shirt. Now I am so fat that you can't see this whole thing.
Oh,
stop.
But
stop it. Connie.
There's Connie. There's the Walker, and there's the baby, which is reminiscent of the Instagram live that he and I did when he just came out of nowhere as they're about to get the baby, and he walked into frame with a Walker baby mask.
Oh my god!
Which everybody was just, I was in tears laughing about. So I said, put that on the front. Now,
that was awesome.
Now, I'm going to do this, but on the back is my favorite Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead character. Can you guess who it is?
I got 1 or 2 guesses.
Right? Well, why don't you take a guess right now while I get this sorted out?
Morgan.
Boom! You win the tuna.
Wow.
I know. Can you see all of it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Can survive. That's awesome.
Yeah. Now,
it's a good picture too.
Yeah, that's a really good picture. Now, as you can see, what he does are these Walker tips. Now, for those who are uninitiated. Oh, and Chris says hi on the Instagram chat. It seems to be his thing of choice. Tom's saying the video's coming out messed up on Facebook, but it'll straighten out. So for those uninitiated, Thorgon9 Dom, as he's never called, he creates these little Walker tips on his Instagram, and this is what he does, and it's like usually a frame from the show and a quote. I feel like almost like an inspirational quote, like if you've been here, you're there,
yeah.
And they're numbered sequentially, and he's like up to, I mean, he's up to like past 900, I think now, right?
Yeah, I think he's up over 900 by now. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. So
my last one was 9 something. Yeah.
My question is like, is he going to stop at like 1,000?
Probably not.
Or like at 999? Or sorry, 900. Yeah, 999. So.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
There's too much to say.
Oh, you know what I noticed though? Okay, so Tom so the video isn't messed up. What I did was for our broadcast, I keyed out the color black, so it may not have come out for everybody. But I will take a picture and I'll post it in the blog with the episode description, so you can see exactly what choices I made. I'll pull the images from his account. And I not bother with the shirt because I'm gonna wear this shit all the time. So, plus the colors, like the colors, the darker colors, like the blacks, come out here like kind of like purple, kind of like your inkjet printer was kind of running out of one or the other ink. But I think it makes it look cooler. Like it's more purple where
like
the blacks
distressed, kind of.
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah, I like it too.
I kind of like that it looks like a printer that was running out of ink or something. So, it's just very Dave, like a la like. Early 2000s, late 90s with the bubble jet printers.
Oh god.
So anyway, I've spoken long enough. The reason why I even brought this up, I wasn't even going to go into it that much, but guess who's back having done her alpha thing. And if you've noticed, there's something a little bit different about Rachael today.
There is.
You gonna show them, or are you just you're too embarrassed?
Of course.
Okay.
No. I'm a little lighter now.
Yeah.
Ooh, hello, cue ball.
Oh.
Did you touch it up when you got back home?
There it is. It's all gone. What was that?
I was gonna say, she didn't hear me because your headphones off. No. Did you touch it up a little bit afterwards when you got home?
I did not.
Okay.
Thorgan did an amazing job. He did wonderful. We also had like 7 people around watching at the time, so there was a lot of eyes. But he did really good. No, he did really good, and it didn't take nearly as long as I thought it was going to. So.
Yeah. Oh, it was great because in I don't know if was it recorded at all? Did somebody do a screen cap?
Thorgan had a live going, and then somebody had my friend Amy had my phone, and she was doing a live on mine as well.
Okay, good. Because for a while you were able to watch it on Instagram Live, for 24 hours when you did it. I think it was Saturday night. You did it like around, I want to say 10?
It was like between 10 and 10:30, somewhere in there,
like Yeah, and Thorgan himself, Walker Tip fella, did all the shaving, and he did quite a good job. We're joking along the way. We're telling him to... we're basically pushing... Who was doing the filming? Was it Jeff? Was it Jeff that was recording?
A few people... a few different people had the phones. No, Jeff. I don't. To be honest, I don't know who had Thorgan's phone.
Oh, okay.
I know Amy had mine. Liz might have, or Karina. No, I think Karina did. Karina had Thorgan's phone.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Because I know I heard Kelsey say. Yeah,
Kelsey was there too. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Kelsey, who is they're married, right? Kelsey and Jeff.
I believe they're dating.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that.
They're dating. I could be wrong though. I apologize if I am.
Kelsey Odell, and then what is Jeff's last name? I keep Wagner.
Jeff Wagner.
That's right.
Yeah, they were awesome people.
Classic
Wonderful
Walker.
to meet.
He's like the ringleader of like all the walkers too. Like decision maker almost. Anyways, I've talked long enough. Why don't you tell us what it was all about?
Oh my gosh. To be honest, it would take an entire show to tell you everything that happened this weekend. It would take a whole weekend. When I first flew in, we immediately went to the Woodbury shop, where I got to meet Sonia Thompson, who was amazing. Got an autograph, but lots of pictures with her. William Bell was there. Jeff Wagner was there. Got to meet all of them. Lots of fun pictures. They're all on my Instagram. Check it out. After that, we had a tour booked at 3:30. I made a little bit I thought I was booking with one company, ended up being another one, but it ended up being the best mistake ever. Honestly, this tour was amazing. First of all, it was just us. Like, we were the only ones who bought tickets. So it was us and the guide. And we actually toured through the silo field. It was during season 3 when Rick and Governor had their little sit down that Andrea organized.
That's right. Where Merle butts in, or Walker Merle?
Yes, where Merle bites it too. Yeah, and that was towards the end of the tour, and I was standing right on the spot that Merle had died, and I was like, why didn't you tell me to move?
This is consecrated ground.
Yeah, it was really awesome. He was snapping pictures of us, like in certain spots. We even recreated a little scene that Rick and Daryl did when they were like sneaking up on the place. And at a few times, some walkers jumped out and scared the shit out of us.
For real? That's awesome.
Quite literally. I'm not kidding you. The noises they made were so authentic.
Wait a minute. You shit yourself a little? No. Because you said quite literally.
We literally jumped. Like, we jumped out of our skin. It was crazy. We screamed. It was awesome. They did really, really good job. I can't wait to share the pictures too. Those should be up tomorrow night, I think. So hopefully they'll be ready. After that, we had dinner at Nick and Norman's with a group of amazing people. Got to meet Thorgan's family, and they were amazing people. And then after that is when we did this. And then I took a shower so I wasn't so itchy and went right to bed. The next morning we had coffee at a really cute cafe right on Main Street. Met a few more people. Everybody we met this weekend was so amazingly nice and wonderful, and I honestly can't wait to get back and do it all over again.
Oh yeah, little known fact, by the way, where you were with the governor meetup and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that's called the Esco Feed Mill, and that's actually where they had the Snow I Dead Bash last year. And I want to say perhaps last year. Well, not last year, last May.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The tour guide was full of all kinds of information too. He told us all about The Walking Dead and a whole bunch of other films that were shot right in that same area. There was a lot of other movies that used the same area. It was cool.
It's particularly pastoral, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Beautiful area.
So all in all, you enjoyed your weekend?
Oh my gosh. There are no words to, I can't even say anything great enough to describe it, honestly.
And so that's where we're gonna move on. Oh, speaking of rustic, I got my hat back finally last week. It looks like it's been through the Walking Dead hat. So I'll be wearing this.
It's seen better days.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I mean, the days just keep getting better and better, in my opinion. Because the rattier this thing looks, like, look what happens if I do that.
Oh, man.
Aw.
That's awesome. It's like bangs, almost.
Guys, thank
Oh,
you
excuse
so
me.
much. Excuse my hair. I mean, my bangs. So you lose your hair, I get more. Ooh.
Right? Ooh.
Anyways, so yeah, so that's gonna join me down in Atlanta, I think. So, I mean, as much as I was liking, but the hat that I had been wearing was a hat with the little design at the top of the walker on it. That was Brandon White, and I'll link to him in the description at some point. God. And then I'll link to his Instagram and his Twitter. But yeah, he's a great artist. He's, I might as well bring this up. He's actually trying to set up another event the week after Walker Stalker called The Haunt for Red October. So wait, The Haunt for Dead October. Yeah,
Nice.
the number 4. And that's the weekend after. So I figured I'd mention it now because this is definitely happening. And we're still trying to figure out first of all, how many of us are going to come. It may just be me if nobody else is going to be there. So, and now Jeff Wagner's like, what about me filming? He just started taking down. So there you go.
Hi, Jeff.
Yeah, you kind of missed that. Yeah, but
That's
we were
funny.
talking shit. It was really bad.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, my hair, my bangs.
I would never say that. No.
But anyways, yes. So now they're gonna start chatting amongst themselves. But but anyways, yeah. So keep in touch. Stay on our social medias. We may make an announcement about that within a week or two. It should be sooner because the guy is like rushing to get all this stuff done because like he started figuring this out in August and now it's like crunch time, entertainment, refreshments and stuff. So he's updating me all the time. He updated as we were setting up the stream and I was like, I just can't answer. I have to just mute this for a little while. But yeah, I'm impressed with the level of commitment he's making right now to this thing. And I really do hope we can go. I should be, I think, in West Virginia because that's where he's from. So we'll figure that out. So anyway, on to the show. Since Carol hasn't been here in a while, I figure and this is going to get in the cut, but I wrote my notes chronologically because everything just kind of goes in and out, like despite like where everybody is. So with that in mind, Carol, what do you want to start with?
Maybe just like the overall vibe, and then we can get into specifics. This was very tense as an episode. I was very kind of like holding my breath at different points, thinking, "Oh, is this gonna happen?" And I have to say, the more I see, the more I feel like I just want Fear to just go full Western, full zombie Western. Like I find that for me, I always like every time I see aspects of that. I don't know, for some reason for me, it makes me happy. When I see this group of pioneers on horseback, like a little posse, I was like, this is awesome.
So that's what does it for you.
I don't know why.
Even if they're evil?
It's an interesting take, because
Maybe
you have
even
John
more
Dory,
so.
that's like the
Maybe
good,
more.
John Dory's a good cowboy, and then you've got, the bad posse, like, I don't know. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to have a conversation with Eddie. Eddie, dress up in a cowboy outfit. You'll thank me later with baby.
She likes Westerns.
Westerns.
You do?
I'm not, but it's like there's something very like it's the Oregon Trail lover in me. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Okay.
That's what it is.
I mean, like, look at the response everybody had to the Highwaymen too, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And that's what all of us were thinking this was gonna be. Like it's the origins of the Highwaymen. I'm so excited. Oh shit! And then it just goes down.
Yeah,
because that's how they introduced themselves to the group. too. It's like just crazy. Like, and Blazy's saying like, oh, it's like Blazing Saddles meets TWD because it's funny too. I'm like, it's not funny.
No, it's not funny.
As the Grim Reaper said in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, it's not funny. It's not funny. Right. For those who know. My sister and I used to go back and forth with that line. Just randomly, she would come into my room and says, "It's not funny." And just walk away. Anyway, so it really isn't too. Sorry. And Thomas is telling me to shush right now. But I think that's more of an alpha thing. And because I typed in all caps, there will be no conflict. Anyway, so So for all the tone that we've been getting thus far, like outside from I think the pilot, not the pilot, the season premiere, because that was pretty exciting. That had action like right out of the gate. But like the number one complaint the season has had was there's like an overcurrent that is like all full of exposition and character development, and which is good. I mean, like we were interested, we're leaning in a little. But like the number one complaint is that the subplot, like which is the arc of the season, has been moving really slowly.
Yeah.
And so I think for the one Rachel, I don't remember if it was you or if it was Meg that had made that complaint vocal first, because I think it might have been you though.
Yeah, well, I just kept questioning, like, who's the big bad guy this season? Like, we're not, like, it's not, I feel like a lot's happening, but nothing's happening. So, you know what I mean?
And
I just wanted to know who the bad guy was.
Yeah. And I feel like Fear suffers from that a little bit, because I feel like we got the same sort of kind of vibe last season where it was like, oh, the vultures, they're the bad guy. Oh, nope, no, they're gone. Right. It's like, oh, Martha, well, now we got rid of her. It's like, okay. So it's just always kind of, it's like, is this, like they feel like they're villains, but they feel so minor. Because I mean, basically, you're having 2 per season. Like you have one, and then it's like, oh, they're not really like. I feel like we're used to Walking Dead, where you have like these villains that have such a presence, and they take up like seasons. Like the governor was like multiple seasons. Negan was multiple seasons. You know, Whispers are multiple seasons. You know, like so. Even like Logan, it's like, oh well. Never mind.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Now, did you like that about what they were trying to do this season? Because I really, really liked that they really kept you guessing on what this was supposed to be about, like, or who was the major conflict, the subcurrent.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
I really don't know. I guess I'd have to wait till the end of the season to be able to answer it. Because now I'm not enjoying it, but at the end it might be worth it. So I'm willing to wait.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Well, so
I mean, I like knowing who the bad guy is. I like to have a clear.
Now that you're here, how do you like this part?
No, I'm still confused.
Yeah,
I'm still confused. Like, it seems clear that Girl Colby and her pioneers are going to be the bad guys, but I'm still not sold on it because every time I'm convinced of a bad guy, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe they need help.
Yeah. I don't know. She seems pretty bitchy. As my husband said, that bitch is a bitch.
Murder 420 says that bitch is a bitch.
That bitch is a bitch.
So some comments are I'm already getting like okay, Chris, our Chris is saying, another female big bad southern type accent. I see similarities again. Next she'll go crazy and shave her head. Eye roll. He literally typed out eye roll. But then he also included the emoji. So
just in case you weren't sure.
But no, sometimes you need to type it out for the emoji to show up, and then it's like, oh, if there's a space. And
like in WhatsApp or something?
It's me all the time.
That's funny.
Eye roll. That is... No, I'm making the eye roll. No,
You're saying it.
Like literally, sometimes I want to put like, oh, I'm thinking about something, and I'll type for like the face to like show up.
That is. I do that too, though. I'll admit, but I won't like because he put the words and then put the emoji. I don't know he's listening to me too.
Maybe he can explain what happened.
But the number one thing I've been hearing was that like. Less than that, like, you know, the alpha comparison, which is valid, by the way. That's way better than, I don't know if it's better or worse, but like people saying that Like this is like a bigger Saviors. Did you get those vibes too, or because a lot of people were saying that?
No,
not
Saviors,
yet.
Not yet. Not yet. I need to see more.
By all accounts, it's shaping up to be that this group, if it's anything that I'm thinking, this group is massive. We're talking about like puts the Saviors to sleep. No pun intended, or anybody who's on the Saviors listening. But I don't know. I mean, it's looking like that. Because if you look at the map, which I'll bring it up now, the map that Logan has the same key shape symbol that
I saw
that Ginnie has on her jacket.
Oh, I did not notice that.
So that like makes me think, okay, he has a map with at least our fuel drops, right? Mm-hmm. Could be, though, because we don't know where the map ends up by the end of the episode. Could be that our group has it. And if they have it, they're going to go all like Rick at the satellite station.
Whoa!
But here's the thing. At least they have a map. Ooh. Rick did not have that.
That's true.
They were like stumbling around in the dark thinking, we got this. He's like, you don't got this.
He had the word of Gregory.
Yeah. I didn't know where the sanctuary was. Anyway, I'm Xander Berkeley.
She did mention multiple outposts too. I guess I never really made the Alpha connection though. I don't know.
Because of the southern accent. And hers is more of a Texan accent though.
Yeah.
You could just kind of tell.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I see it now because it's been pointed out, but didn't jump out at me that way.
The more I read this, by the way, Blazy's saying little hose on the prairie.
Little what?
Little hose on the prairie instead of little house on the prairie. Sorry. I just can't get out of my head now.
That's really funny.
Anyway. So Thomas actually right on cue is saying the Commonwealth. Now, I'm actually agreeing, but I will say this much. If it is the Commonwealth and it is huge and it's taking up multiple states, like this is the way, and yes, we should definitely get into this, but if the Commonwealth is that big, the way I see this shaping out is that it's so big that it's like Napoleon big, like meaning it's stretched too thin. And so because there's the keys, there's Georgie's a key to the future. There's that kind of illusion in terms of comparisons. So there could be like a Georgie, like the main Georgie faction, or the other character that's in the comic books, which I won't mention here because it's just not even worth it at this point. But then there's like, there could be this group also, and they could be splintering off. Because clearly it's not the same group as Isabel. Like Isabel's high tech. These guys are low tech.
Yeah,
they're using fuel. Yeah, they're using fuel instead of like solar panels and water purifiers. And I don't know why I'm using quotes because those are things.
They're real.
So they've got helicopters.
and they've got helicopters.
Yeah.
So
it seems to me like Isabel's more likely to come from the Commonwealth.
I think so too.
Than this group, or they could be a faction of the Commonwealth too. I don't know.
I feel like this is just a vigilante group.
I'm also getting the sense that and usually when people talk about how big and scary they are, they're usually not.
They're usually not.
Well, Eye in the Dark
usually an intimidation.
Eye in the Dark 2 is saying 55,000 strong.
In the Commonwealth?
Well, I don't know if correct us, Eye in the Dark 2, but are you referring to the Commonwealth or are you referring to the settlers, which is I think what everybody's calling them? So
the settlers,
I call them the pioneers.
The pilgrim. What did she call pioneers? She called them pioneers.
Yeah, she used if I looked at the subs and it was in quotes, so I don't know. So
did she say they were 55,000 strong? I didn't hear her say that.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, okay.
Eye in the Dark 2 is saying 55,000 strong. I think she'll correct me in a second.
Yeah,
but
let us know.
But Miss Mazel is everywhere. She's on Instagram and on YouTube.
That's real support. Thank you.
So Eye in the Dark 2 is actually saying it the Commonwealth. So, but that is
the Commonwealth
big number.
Yeah.
I mean, and I can see in the Apocalypse how that could be really, really, really too big almost. You know, like in groups of like, I mean, how many saviors do you think they were? Tops, like fighters and people.
Hundreds, but not like
couple hundred.
Not even close.
Few
to 1,000.
hundred.
No.
I would
Not
even
even
say
1,000.
I would even say tops, like after the satellite station, because let's just take out those numbers.
60 people went out on the satellite.
They don't
Yeah.
count.
That's right.
So I would say 200 tops, maybe a little over for the saviors.
Yeah.
Give or take. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Commonwealth, I think, in my mind, I see it more connected with Isabel and that whole helicopter faction. When I look at this group, they really do feel like Western vigilantes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But with a huge complex, right? That is
Yeah.
expanding, that needs power. So who knows? I mean, and they've probably been doing this for a while too.
Yeah.
Right?
I also see her more as a Simon character.
Yeah.
I think whatever is going on, she's sort of the mouth of the picture.
She strikes me as a little bit of like a Simon and maybe like the Odd Couple, Simon and Gregory, because she knows how to talk. Like Simon knew how to give his one-liners, like but she was kind of calm and collected. I noted this one thing is like she didn't even count. Like you know how like Negan would count and Rick would count and maybe the governor counted too. I can't remember, but like she just put her hand up.
Yeah.
And made like a finger gun to the sky. And we're all waiting for a count, or waiting for her to bring her hand down. But that was, I like on the second watch, I was like, oh, this is way scarier to me.
Yeah.
I don't know
There wasn't
about
going to be that was your warning. That was it.
Yeah.
That's your warning.
Yeah.
That was it.
Last warning. Anyway, so Blasey actually said another thing that caught my eye, and that was, that actually connected the dots for me, because in a world where there's so little ammunition, it seemed as though Logan always had these guns and a ton of ammunition, and now that kind of connection is made now, and now we know where he's been getting the ammunition from. Boom, boom, boom. That's how he's able to kind of outgun our group too, which is interesting, because she says maybe they have a bullet maker a la Eugene. I'm like, well, yeah, of course the settlers do. You got a blacksmith and Tom is saying maybe Ginnie. I don't know, but maybe Ginnie's Madison.
Ginnie very well could be Madison. Oh my gosh.
It was me the whole time, Alicia. Well, I don't know. Anyway. Okay. Let's take a step back and kind of, I don't know. I don't know if I want to go from the top, but okay, so what did you guys think of the nice little parallel? Because we open up to Logan's origin story, basically.
That was beautiful.
Yeah?
That was sad.
Yeah. No, I loved the whole, same story, different outcome.
Yeah.
And he saw that, and I loved it.
I'm glad you did. I thought it was really, really moving. Having him see this thing play out in the same way all over again.
Yeah,
because he has some. I didn't really notice his lines in the first watch, but like in the second watch, I'm watching his responses to Sarah, and I'm like, oh shit! I'm like almost in tears. I'm like, shit! He's punching this. He's like putting some punch into these lines.
Yeah,
like especially near the end, like not the end, the last thing he says, but like right before he kind of turns a corner. Like I have it written down because I kind of want to, because I'm going to reenact it, but like. It was just such a good way to send him off. I mean, it's great. Now,
send him off.
okay.
I'm upset he got Axel's ending. I didn't want to see him go that way.
Yeah.
Which one's Axel? Hold on.
From the prison.
The prison.
Mid sentence.
Yeah.
I referred to Dr. Denise Cloyd on that one.
Oh, see, I just said that too, but that was an arrow. Axel got a bullet.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. I just thought it was kind of like similar in that like she was in the middle of a
jarring.
sentence.
Yeah. I guess that's the third time we've seen that in this world.
Yeah. Which kind of accentuates the fact that like it could happen to anyone at any time, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the shock factor is going to get you every time because you're never expecting it.
Oh yeah.
No.
They could do it every episode, and I would still be shocked.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. I kind of don't know where to go from here because, like, I mean, there's the opener, and like you said, there's like a lot of running too, which does connect us to the 5B trailer. by the way. We were like wondering who are the people in skinny jeans like running.
Yeah.
Are they running towards? Are they running away? Oh, it's Alicia and Strand. I think we guessed, by the way, that's
I think
who
we
they
did
were.
too.
It's
based on the shape of their legs.
The shape of their
got
legs
weird.
and the
It got
tight
weird.
fit and the tight fit of their pants. But you knew because there was definitely like a female cut of jeans, and then the other ones are definitely and I'm not even gonna say Strand, it's Colman Domingo, because he's like this swag king, which is awesome.
Absolutely.
And that's how you could tell.
So I want to know, so let me get your opinion, because I had a thought initially, but how long do you think it took Logan to run from where he was to the guest shop? You know what I'm gonna say,
because it seemed that he was a lot quicker.
Yeah, he was a lot quicker. It took Alicia and Strand all freaking night, really.
Yeah,
it did. Yeah, you're right.
Is now a good time to mention that this episode was directed by Daisy Schuler-Meyer?
Well, okay, but I also had a theory. I mean, we don't know what time of day it was, right? I mean, maybe Logan started running in the morning and he had the full daylight. I mean, there's ways around it, but that was just my notice. My observation.
That's my observation. I'm sticking to it. No, but I was on the same page as you. I was like, holy, it's taking them all. It's to the point where day turned into night. That's how.
Yeah, and then night went to day. It was daytime by the time they reached there again.
Well, that's when they were about to leave the shop.
No. When they walked through the door, when Alicia and Strand walked through the door, the girl says, "Alicia." And she's right. Yeah, like that was them coming in, and it was daylight out again.
We're almost there. No, you're not.
No, you're not. False hope.
Oh my god.
I was especially happy about Wes too. Wes or what was Derek?
Yeah, Wes. Wes and air quotes. Derek.
Yeah.
Wes. I have to ask. I have to pause right here and ask. Do you still? I'm like starting to weaken on my position on this. But I stand firm on the premise that like I think it's a good one, like taking your brother's name. But like, do you think differently now that you've seen this episode?
If it's a good move or whether or not he did it?
Well, whether or not he's still not Wes.
I think it's still entirely possible. I think your theory is entirely possible. Absolutely.
Okay.
And if anything, it might even like kind of drive it more because he did the right thing,
right?
You know,
and
if he took his brother's name to do good with it, now he is.
It's like, what's the point?
Yeah,
right. Do you think they'll drag it? I guess. Do you think they'll drag it out? Like it won't reveal it to like, oh, it's the season finale.
I mean, if they do, sure, it's going to be like just a bomb dropped at some point. Mm-hmm. And then he'll get shot through the head. with an arrow that has a bullet at the end. Yes.
Anyway. Oh, so Blaze is saying, does no building in this universe have a back door? And they did note at the beginning of the episode that it had a front and a back door. And with Logan's girl, who, what was her name? Cynthia? Serena. Thank you.
Serena.
She had walkers at both ends. We don't know if, by the way, we don't know this girl's name. I did not hear it in this episode.
No, we didn't catch her name.
Yeah.
She said it doesn't matter or something like that when they asked.
The first time, right? On the radio?
Yeah.
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 Like, I can't, it's not safe for me is what she said.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. I knew there was a reason.
And now you know why.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
She's with girl Colby.
She was with.
Yeah.
I love that you call her girl Colby. Which, by the way, Mo Collins calls her Ms. Colby. I'm sure she calls Colby Hollman like Mr. Colby.
Mr. Colby, yeah.
Which I think is
Miss Colby,
way more dignified than it's girl Colby, guy Colby.
Girl Colby. I was shouting it as they were riding over the edge. I'm like, girl Colby.
By the way, I heard you in my head.
Probably, yeah.
I saw them going down the ridge. I'm like, oh yeah, it's girl Colby. Ah, shit, she got me again.
Now I got you saying it.
Oh, which by the way, I Blazy saying this too. Like everybody calls Colby Hollman Uncle Colby because of that video he posted of his niece, saying like pointing at the screen. when he did the Instagram takeover, that's like the one bit of content that he showed until like it failed out on him and he couldn't post any more things.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it showed a video of his niece watching him on the screen, and she goes, "Uncle Colby." She's like pointing out at the screen, but like Blazy's saying,
precious.
"Yeah, just call him Uncle Colby and Aunt Colby."
Yeah, Uncle Colby, Aunt Colby.
Yeah.
Because they were kind of
Too many syllables.
Too many, obviously. By the way, they were kind of flirting online too, which is really funny.
The Colbys?
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Oh,
Colby and Colby sitting in a
Scandalous.
tree.
Wouldn't be the first couple I've heard of that had the same name.
Oh my God, really? Ugh.
Yeah. I mean, Chris.
Chris and Chris?
Chris and Chris.
But like that's like
Yeah.
Christina, right?
Yeah, but they both go by Chris.
But Colby and Colby. Are they is
Yeah.
Colby short for something? 'Cause
I don't think so. Colbelina? No.
It'd be Colburn Pincher.
Colbyson? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. It's Colbering time. I'm sorry.
So close.
I was
You're so
reaching a
close.
little too much. Sorry.
But
Sorry. I really do apologize. Yeah. So actually,
Rabbi for the win, for the save.
yeah.
Yeah.
oh yeah, Rabbi Annie, whom you
Yeah.
hated. By the way, we have to stop this podcast right now because I need to mention something very interesting that happened over the weekend.
Oh boy.
Because it shoot.
It's all related.
It is all related. The clip of the week that we released last week aroused the ire of more than one person, and one of those people was the hair designer for Fear the Walking Dead, and I got into like I didn't get into a thing, but like I had to like explain because it was the kill the kids. It was actually literally called, and that's the reason why there was ire.
Kill the kids clip.
The people that commented on it did not listen to the clip. They saw the clip title, which was "We need kids, comma, but kill the stupid ones." It was the entire premise of the clip. But like, there's context missing because Chris was going on a rant about like kids. Actually wrote his quote in the description notes. He's like, "Kids are a bunch of useless nothing" or something like that. Like it was like this weird like old man New Yorker kind of way of saying it. They're a bunch of useless nothing. And like I literally had to write, "This is gold. I'm writing this down." And like, but that's the context is like, and then you were trying to say until like you thwarted yourself. Like you were trying to say, "We need kids."
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, Chris. And he's right there. And he's like saying, "Yes, kill them all."
Oh my goodness.
But then like you kind of thwarted yourself and you said, "We need, yeah, of course we need kids, but kill the stupid ones." I'm like, holy shit, this is turning into a thing. And then Meg just piled on. I'm like sitting there in horror at the things both of these ladies, you'd think it would be me because I'm like Mr. Idiot factor, but these back and forth like, "Oh, RJ's gonna get bit," and who does was it Cooper Dodson, who's what's his name, Dylan, who does Dylan have? Oh, it's Annie's gonna teach him how to survive. He's dead. Like, and then we're talking about eating kids, so like, "Oh, he's cute and it's gonna cut into him right there." Anyway, another user pointed this out like, "Oh, guys, this is a step too far." And I'm like, I literally had to go.
Might have been.
I didn't go in an apology to it because I didn't apologize for it, but I was like, guys, there's a bigger context to the episode, and I know that that's kind of our fault in a way because, I mean, because this is what we chose, that we cut to put on the clip, but like at the same time, like if you listen to the show, we go from like really, really, really serious like analysis and beautiful kind of explaining certain pros and making connections, and then we kind of go a little crazy. We kind of go a little nuts. Like, we'll go what if scenarios.
Yeah.
Like, what if Annie just shot herself in the head? She couldn't take it anymore. That's going to be in the clip now. And that's what people are getting mad at.
Uproar again.
What was so now I'm trying to go backwards. Maybe Carol, you can help me out here because you're usually the one that gets us back on track. But what was it that Rachel just said that made me go on this rant? Because I can't remember now.
Something about Annie. You wanted to bring up Annie. Annie's what triggered you.
Oh, that's right. Because it was that one thing, man. The rabbi for the save, then Annie. I'm like, and then I had to stop the show because you called her like useless. You called her like she's gonna survive. Which, by the way, these are the same kids that were stringing walkers and guns. I thought that was like ballsy, man. Like the roadblocks.
That was good. Big risk though. Still a big risk.
So
and we saw what happened when things didn't always go to plan. So.
Yeah. Odd how that happened then too. By the way.
Right when there was somebody there to save them. It's like it was written that way or something.
Blazey's like, kids aren't stringy like adults. They're going on in the chat. I am not going to say any of that. I'm not getting in trouble again.
There are some good kids. I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, they're not all bad.
The only one, everybody was saying, oh, Judith's not going to get bit. And then here's the punchline. The one thing I said, what if she gets piked with it? And Meg's like, now you're fucked up. And I'm like, I'm fucked up?
Right. That was the line.
That was the line? Oh, don't you touch Judith. You wanted RJ to get bit. I don't care.
She did say that, didn't she?
Where's Meg?
She did say that. Meg.
Finger wag.
No.
Anyway.
RJ's going to be a badass too.
Yeah, so I had to kind of, I don't know why, but that's the essence of what you just did. When you mentioned Annie, you just triggered me because of that trauma over the weekend. Yeah. Like literally,
she did the right thing.
Meg like texted me and she said, dude, don't look now, but somebody from the show just commented and called you a child bullier.
Oh my God.
#child bullying. That's what she put on there. And now
characters.
And now for all the people who really want child bullying, they're gonna see our clip and they're gonna like it. So there you go.
Oh, I don't know if I want those people liking us.
Child this bulliers. Show does not judge.
That's true.
You like what you like, right?
Yeah. Judge not lest you be judged, right?
Right. Yeah, those in glass houses, Meg. One day your child's gonna get bit in the sandbox, and you'll know why that happened. Like I believe in that shit. I don't. By the way, at me if you believe in karma, because I don't. Karma is just a bunch of nonsense. Just nonsense.
I only believe in karma when it comes through for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is my fault. I had the childhood trauma.
Yikes!
Ironic. Yes. So Rabbi, Annie for the save with John and June on the ridge, right? On the ridge line.
Yep.
It's cool to see them again, though, too. Like they're the same way I felt about Tess when you saw her come. Hey guys, I saw a ranch back there after the mall episode. Right? Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember Tess saying that.
So at the end of the mall episode, Tess kind of comes out of the back and like after the Cinnabon thing with Daniel, she kind of comes back. So hey, I saw a ranch back there. You know, we should try to stay over there. And like I'm like, what is she doing here? Oh, okay, cool. So like same with that. You see the rabbi here, and Tess, and these are all people we tried to help. You know, here's the 36 Nistarim, as we were saying last week. So I thought that was cool too. But I kind of wanted to go back. Go ahead.
Are you sad that Logan died? I was going to say that Logan died.
Yes. Yeah.
I was going to say I'm really bummed that we're not going to get this character anymore.
I mean, my prediction was kind of true. Like at the last episode, I feel like I said this. Like, I feel like Logan is going to be the one asking for help by the time. I don't know by the time this is over, but like by the time, like he's going to be one of those people. Like this has all been leading up to us helping out Logan,
helping him,
and we're kind of right. And I mean, no, we were right because Sarah does help him figure this out. Like figure out what went wrong, what was the thing that he had to make up for, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
By the end of it. But what about you? Because I'm curious now. Like, what did you feel about Logan by the end of it?
Me?
Both of you.
Yeah. I really liked Logan. I mean, I never really disliked him. I mean, only because it's Matt Frewer, right? Like, I just couldn't be on board with completely hating him because I'm like, even if he's a bad guy, like I feel like he's a sarcastic bad guy. Like he's not really bad, and that's kind of how it ended up being. But yeah I'm definitely gonna miss the character for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss Matt Frewer too. But what do you think? So Carol, because I know you had mixed feelings about Logan as a character.
I'm always suspicious of fear villains.
Yeah, they might not turn out the way we want them to.
I'm always wary. I'm like,
But did you like the way this one kind of? Because we thought he was going to be like another Martha at one point.
That was terrifying me. And so
as a person.
Yes, I was very concerned. I was like, please, let's not go down that trope. And they didn't. And so then I like that it is a shame because it's like they were giving him some depth in this episode. And it's like you see this backstory and then you see like, okay, we're at the end, we're coming to this place. And it's like, nope, that's it.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, man, that sucks,
Yeah, right when we came to this kind of resolution. I think that his whole thing, though, was kind of a thing for us, though, because, I mean, in a way, because his whole telling of the story kind of really brings brings Sarah's evolution full. Because it seems like every...
Oh, my gosh.
What?
That was a bomb.
It gives, like, every episode seems to give each one of our group a little bit closer to their own resolution. And Sarah got hers in a big way.
Oh, my gosh. Mo Collins was amazing this episode. Oh my gosh. She was amazing.
I remember like, last season, like we were kind of like, oh, she's comic relief. That's all she's going to be good for.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking of Carol, like when she got on the first time, you didn't really care for her at first.
I was just sort of like, okay, comic relief. Like I get it. Mm-hmm. But no, like they've done a good job with her character for sure in terms of like making her like have like different facets. Like she's still her, and she still has like her personality and her like wit, but there's more to her than that, and I appreciate that. Like I do like that, and this was a really good episode for her character.
Yeah, specifically for her, because I actually went back to, and it was the mid-season finale, that little confrontation between trucks. And I remember when at the time, Logan and she were meeting in person, and I remember like they're wearing the reverse colors. Like he was wearing blue, she was wearing red. And like, they're like, hey, listen, I just need lights for the runway. If you guys can line up in a thing, then my guys can land. It's like, we don't operate that way. And I the reason why I went back to it is because the thing that she said in this episode kind of sounded similar. I actually thought that she didn't regret what she did to Clayton. Because here's the thing. She never really says out loud that I killed Clayton. She never says it. She says, like, I have to make up for it. Like, I regret it. But, like, she never fully said, I killed Clayton.
Right.
And then you hear her say in this episode. But I want to kind of lay out the quote that she said in that episode. And she said, so she says, see that rig? Belonged to your partner, Clayton. This is in that episode, the mid-season finale. My brother and I, we stole it. He was out there in the world just trying to help people with it, and we took it anyway because that's how we operated. And that, like he's saying, that's not how we operate with the rigs and lining it up. And never met the man. Not a day goes by I don't regret what we did. Every time we drive it, read what he wrote. That shit gnaws at you, Logan. You walk away from this helping people who really need it. You'll spend what's left of your miserable life trying to make up for it. Believe you me. You owe it to us and him. Yeah. And the reason, like, I had to stop my notes to get that quote because of that really, like, just, and Blazy's the one who sent me the quote, or not, sent me the clip of basically that scene where Sarah pops out of the thing and then is pointing the gun at Raleigh and she shoots the gun past his ear. She's like, I've done a lot of bad shit I got to live with, but one thing I can't abide with is I killed Polar Bear for nothing. You I can live with. That, like, look at my...
I did like that.
That gave me chills.
Look at
yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Right there. That's Blazy.
Oh,
That's
my
you right
gosh.
there. And this is before I saw the episode. And I'm like, I did not care that I saw that scene. I have legit goosebumps right now from that line.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to warm myself up now.
Just the way she delivered it, too. I mean, it was so impactful. Just her intensity and the way she delivered just gave me chills.
I have to get the code for Instagram because we got so intense right now.
Oh, no.
that I just dropped the freaking ball. I did not see the time fly like that. Let me see if it'll.
Oh, yeah. I probably got 10 more minutes.
There we go. Okay, hold on. Boom. 10 more minutes.
I got to be up at 5:30 to get my kid on the school bus.
Yeah, same actually. I gotta be up bright and early.
Well, we'll do our best.
School season sucks.
I apologize.
Parents.
I apologize for your Instagrams, peoples. We did not notice when the time ran out because we were just talking about Sarah. We just kind of got carried away. Like the last thing I see is lol from Chris, and that's I'm like, oh, it's a sustain right now. But sorry about that. Hold on a second. Let me just see if anybody's on. Okay, fine. Nobody's on. That's fine. People must have thought we gave up on him.
Oh no.
Oh my God. Anyways, so that's gonna get cut. Anyway, guys, we're having a riveting episode. But yeah, like chills, etc., etc. Yeah, I mean, she had all the really these really good serious lines, but she also had like some good one-liners too, and
yeah,
like some fellas will do anything to avoid asking for directions. Lucky for you, you knew the way.
It was a good episode for her.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's like
I got a little worried when she went back into the smoke that was going to be the end of Sarah,
right?
Because it was so much about her too. That's that's how they get you.
That's how The Walking Dead gets you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's
fall in love with the character and then they shoot him in the head while they're talking.
There were a couple people like, I mean, even the girl that they were trying to save. I genuinely thought history was going to repeat themselves because they really played up the scene like as if everybody was going to hear this who we don't know, this girl die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, oh, she's going to kill herself. And
did you think that too, Rachel?
I did. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That's interesting. I think because we're all geared to The Walking Dead. We're all attuned to that. They should use that more, by the way.
Yeah.
I think the number one...
Although, I mean, they did exactly what we didn't expect, though. So that's great. Good job.
Good on them.
Oh, and they painted it in such a way that they were really literally about to hear somebody die. Like, go crunch, 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 crunch. Like the other lady. Like Serena, right. Right.
Yeah.
That kind of worked out. Like, I'm surprised that worked out because you can take a gamble on that and not paint it well enough. But that's Daisy Schuler-Meyer right there. That's directing right there. But
great job.
Yeah,
that was really good.
Yeah, so there's that. There's the girl in the thing. There was Sarah. I mean, I thought a whole bunch of people were gonna die in this episode, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Oh, like. I mean, like Luciana, like almost.
Yeah, yeah.
Between Logan and Ginnie, and like sticking her neck out, what the internet is calling her Jesse Pinkman moment. If it bears mentioning, like if you watch Breaking Bad, Jesse offers to cook to kind of get the heat off of everybody else, like so that nobody else dies.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, that's what they're calling Luciana. Like now. This may not change your opinion about Luciana and her role on the show, because the things that we've been saying about her in the last 13 episodes, like she doesn't really she just seems to get hurt and there's not really much for her to do. Now I'm not expecting what she did in this episode to kind of change your mind about her, but is it on its way? What do you think about it? I'm going to say Carol. What do you think?
I'm not sure with Luciana. Like I mean, I've been thinking for a while. Like, okay, what is her purpose? What is her role? I'm not sure yet when it comes to Luciana.
So even with this cooking thing, like, have your feelings changed about her in any way?
I mean, it gives her a purpose, definitely. So perhaps, I mean, it's kind of like Eugene and the bullet making.
That's a good way of looking at it, right? You don't know what she's going to do next at this point. Well, because of the Eugene experience, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what about you, Rachel? Like, because you were most critical, I think, right?
I mean, it's not that I don't like Luciana. I do like the character. I was more upset that she wasn't doing anything. Like, give this poor girl something to do, and so I am glad that they have, and I do think we're gonna see her in action now. Like, I think she'll cook for them, but also maybe figure out a way to, I don't know, get out of it or I don't want to say sabotage, because if they're using it for something good, she wouldn't do that. But I don't know. I think she'll find a way to get more information and then somehow get it out and share that information.
Recon.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Like the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to leave a big contingent behind to kind of guard her, though. Unless they do, and that leaves them vulnerable. Right?
Of the settlers?
Yeah, the settlers.
Like watching her?
Yeah, if they pour more resources into watching her, then that leaves their stronghold vulnerable, even though it could be any number of people. Like,
true.
Right?
We don't really know their official numbers.
Yeah, true.
But let's see, what else is there? Because, so I in the Dark 2 said something really interesting. And I don't know if she was being serious or not, but she said Logan dying that way proves that he was right after all. She gave it the side eye. I'm like, what do you think about that, though? Like, does Logan dying the way he did, and all his men, too, by the way.
Yeah, they all did.
Does that make...
About helping people?
Yeah.
This is what, no good is going to come from it, that sort of thing. I mean, I don't know.
I think I kind of took the exact opposite away. Okay, I definitely see that. I mean, it's like, broken glass. Now you see it. But I also think because he had that revelation right at the end, he saw that it was worth it. And so I don't know. That's really
what
tough.
do you personally believe? I mean, I think the personal is probably what makes more sense in this scenario, because it's like that is tough.
Right? It's a dilemma.
I always opt for helping people, though. I mean, that's maybe just my nature. Actually, yeah. It does hit kind of home, actually, because I hadn't thought about it until just now. But, like, I did something for a friend recently that I actually really... I don't regret doing, obviously, but just the way I did it. So a friend of mine had a troll on her back, and who was saying some really nasty shit in public. And I did what I do on the show, thinking I'm like, I know how to talk to people. I know how to rationalize with people. And actually what's weird is, like, most of the time it works. Like, I'll have these, like, rational discussions, and I'll get people to agree on certain things. Get people in a spot where we can agree and talk about things fluidly, and we'll disagree on some things, agree on others. Maybe tactics change. I do that with a lot of the Fear the Walking Dead haters, by the way. I'm like, oh, well, what about this? What about that? Like, and then to get them to stop being so nasty sometimes. But, like, in this scenario, like, I sat this person down, and, like, I was trying to basically figure out, like, why would you say such things? Like, is there something that she did to you, or whatever it was? And it devolved into this thing where I tried to kind of throw this dude off the scent, or try to get his brain to kind of freeze a little bit, like, about what he was doing. Like, I was trying to throw any logical fallacy. Like, I was actually trying to lie about my friend, and, like, to kind of throw him off the scent. Like, well, this happened here, and that happened there, and this couldn't have happened because, and you're not right about that, because it couldn't be that because this was that, and she is this kind of person, and blah, blah, blah. So I was just saying things to kind of throw this guy off the scent. And what this motherfucker did, and I'll say that on air, is, like, literally took everything I had said and sent it to my friend to make her think that I thought that I was talking shit, like, blah, blah. Like, I was basically...
Are you serious?
Yeah, like,
wow.
Such a, like, desperate, like, conceited, jealous person who thinks he's virtuous, he's virtuous because he's trying to expose her, that kind of person, like the person that does not care about the collateral damage, doesn't even care about the cause. Like, if you care about the cause you're trying to, like, be virtuous about, you would go about it in a way that doesn't damage that cause, right? That's the thing. Like, most of these people that I encounter, these trolls, like, they die on this hill, going to the mat, saying the nastiest shit ever, like, airing private stuff out in public because this happened to this person for sure. Didn't happen. And you know what? I'm going to expose you. But literally the person that person that you're trying to protect, you are going to blow their shit up. And you know what? They don't want their shit blown up, dude. So
Yeah.
quit it. So we're good now. But like when she got it, she was really confused because I was saying some things about the kind of person she is that she clearly isn't, but I was trying to say them to throw the scent off. And it really caused like a rift between us because like like everything you said is like not what I thought you said. And it's just like, I apologize, like I will go to the mat for a friend sometimes. This just made me so angry that I had to go to the mat. So it's kind of like, I guess that's the answer that I have for you about Logan and helping people. I just can't help myself. Yeah. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But I will try to do better. I'll try not to go that far out of bounds again. Thank you very much, Bill Cosby. Oh. Anyway, yeah. So I don't imagine this episode. See, what's great about this episode is exactly what we said at the beginning. Was like we got. Would you agree that we got kind of like the action-packed, impactfully worded episode that we've been waiting for?
Yeah. Definitely a fair amount of action.
The number one complaint.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm kind of glad. I'm glad that like, see, like I'm sure there's something people out there are going to say that just are going to shit on this episode still. So, but I did want to say what this one scene like really. It's like the one scene right before, right before Logan is like inhaling smoke and he has to get to the office to kind of. Sarah drag him to the office and stuff like that. He has this one scene and like it took the second watch for me to kind of like really get it into my head. But so Sarah has to go to save Logan. Now the one funny thing about that is when she's dragging him into the office, every season in every show where there's a scream, and you guys maybe have heard this. Have you ever heard of a thing called the Wilhelm scream?
No, what's that?
Okay. Almost every single movie and every single television show at one point, or I think every season, and I think The Walking Dead has a Wilhelm scream in every season, but you'll hear like normal screaming, like, whatever. And then there's that classic, and I don't know if we've heard it, and I wish I had a soundboard right now. Actually, you know what? Maybe if you guys can bear with me, I need to play this specific scream. Because it's it's so funny and classic, but B, it's a particular sounding scream that has been around since like film, like sound and film. So, and you heard this sound just as Sarah's dragging Logan to the office. Let's see if I can do it. Oh, okay. Here's a compilation because it's in every single movie.
Okay.
I'm going to turn this up. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You hear that scream?
Uh-huh.
Ah! That one. That one. I wish you could see. We could have done the screen share thing, but like it's that that guy. It's like in the old westerns, like in Blazing Saddles. It was probably the most classic one. The guy gets shot. He goes ah. Anyway, you hear it in that episode, and once you hear it, you cannot unhear it. Every single movie you watch, you'll be looking out for it now.
So
and anyway, so that's the funny part. But the confrontation that they have is like, no, actually, this is just beforehand. He says, yeah, so he goes, like he's trying to save himself, and he goes like, so you really want to help? You really want to make a difference? And like you see him, like it flashes the pictures of him running.
And then you see Alicia and
Strand running. And it's like all like emotionally swirling in this one moment. He goes, walk away. Because you've already done your part, sweetheart. And nothing you or any other people, any of you people do is going to make up for that.
Yeah.
It's like basically like you did your part.
Yeah.
I am here because you killed Clayton. Like this whole mess could have been avoided if you would have just not robbed Clayton.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be in this contract. I wouldn't be hassling you folks.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, it was a really I encourage all you to see that scene again because it's just this like between the images and the way he phrases it. I like looked at him like I did this like double take and I just went, I just started like almost blubbering. I'm like, oh shit. Like that was really rough. And Sarah's just like kicked in the chest.
I commented during that when they were cutting back and forth, and I'm like, oh man, this is really intense. Like you could feel like, he was getting emotional, and they're running towards her, and I think that was another moment where I'm like, oh man, this is gonna end just the same too. You know, he's gonna be right about it, and
that was
my
like,
feeling.
Like almost like Martha, like this is what happens when you help. You help, it makes you weak.
You're weak. Yeah.
So there are like echoes of that too, like not in the like I want to help, but not in the way you're thinking. Like you're small potatoes. This is small scale shit.
I'm really interested to know what the criteria is for essential. I mean, and they have a ruthless way of survive. Like what does that mean? Like you have so many people, but you're willing to kill so many more.
Yeah. That's what really confused me because like. If someone were to say, and they have been saying that these are the saviors, Negan wouldn't abide that. Like every person is a resource.
Absolutely.
So who's essential and who's not essential? So that's a big argument against comparing them to the saviors, I think. I think they have the shit in the bag, and that's why they don't have to care about people.
Yeah.
They're
like they have enough people already.
But I don't know. Are you threatened by Ginny in a way, though?
Not quite yet.
That's a fair answer because I'm mostly kind of like I didn't expect. By the way, this is a good question for Rachel. Did you expect Girl Colby to be that?
No, from the previews that we saw and everything. No, I didn't expect her to. I did not expect this character to be her.
Talk about people that because I think she's a comedian too, but like just like Mo Collins. Talk about people that like play parts that are completely different than what as you may or may not know them as. You know, like she'll play like meaningful parts, and then like she'll play like she's a comedian, so like you wouldn't expect her to be like. I mean, I don't know how many comedians like play like threatening people. I don't know. I know one person
threatening people.
No, not comedians though. That was Iggy Pop.
Oh man, now you got me racking my brain.
I'm thinking like Iggy Pop in The Crow 2, City of Angels. He played the first thing
guy. The first thing that popped in my head was Ryan Reynolds in Amityville Horror. He's normally in comedic roles.
That's fair. That's actually fair. But he's an actor.
He's not a comedian though.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I don't believe he did stand up or anything like that, but he's normally comedic. It's diversity, man. That's what makes a great actor. You know, when you can do that, when you can be funny and serious and pull the audience in no matter what. I mean, I had no idea that Mo Collins, I had no idea. I am so blown away.
Yeah. That's called range.
Well, yes. Girl Colby is an actor too, by the way. I'm going to call her that from now on.
Yes. Yeah. Girl Colby, yeah.
I can't fight it. Yeah, she's an actor.
She was actually in some stuff. She was on Jessica Jones. She played the neighbor.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Yeah, I can't think of anybody like Tim Curry's an actor, right? He's like not a comedian.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I mean, well, there's the anti-hero character. This is the closest I'll be able to get is House because Hugh Laurie is like this genuine comedian, satirist comedian. Yeah, he's English too. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know he was a comedian.
And he had that classic show on I guess it was BBC, but it's Fry and Laurie. So Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie, They had a
Oh.
comedy variety show basically.
Okay.
Like all these
I had
different
no idea.
skits. Yeah, and then when he came to House, he's kind of like this grumpy, like, cynical, like shooting one-liners back at people.
I loved him as House.
But like, yeah, that's the
much.
closest I've ever gotten to like a kind of like a bad guy, anti-hero person.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, moving along from that. But yeah, and then like my notes right after they're like, oh, Walkers are so gnarly. It's a raining guts. Hallelujah. Because there's like some scenes where Dwight is like, Austin Emilio's like running through this minefield or this like tornado of guts. And just, he literally has this like look on his face when one of them splashes down. It almost gives him a little bit of splashback. Like the look on his face is so like, it's like, it looks real. It's like, ugh, ew, gross.
That was awesome. Yeah, I very much enjoyed the gore.
Oh, by the way, Wilani's saying Jim Carrey as Cable Guy.
True.
Oh,
that is true.
And maybe Mask too, because he was kind of like an anti-hero.
23, number 23. Is that what it's called? 23 or number 23? Something that's another good Jim Carrey one where he is not your typical Jim Carrey.
He's playing Dr. Robotnik in the Sonic movie too.
Really?
I still haven't seen the preview too. I think I must have skipped it too. I'm like a month behind on my YouTube videos. I have like 423 to watch. Never gonna make it. Never gonna make it. But it seems like Jim Carrey is the expert at being a bad guy, being a comedian.
He's
yeah. I think all of his roles are almost kind of like Liar Liar. It's a Liar Liar. Dumb and Dumber.
Ace Ventura.
Also, Ace Ventura is like the best example. Like, talk about like just despicable hero, like protagonist.
Mm-hmm.
Every single roles. Truman Show was the one that I was kind of in his corner though. Like, true like protagonist.
Oh, that was a tough ending.
It makes me wonder what roles he was. Oh, well, then there's
Did you ever see Eternal Sunshine?
That's the one I was thinking of. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah,
that's like another one where like
movies.
Yeah, so like the Truman Show and Eternal Sunshine, and that's it. All his other ones are like obnoxious, despicable protagonists.
Yeah.
Have you not seen the number 23? Or is it just? I gotta look.
You gotta look it up.
It's an amazing. It's. Yeah, I'm gonna find it.
I do want to just one thing. You keep looking, but like Dwight has this moment also like in this episode, and I thought it could have been like drawn out a little bit more, but like as they're like, look, everything's on fire, walkers are coming, blah blah blah, and Dwight says like we need the gas, and then Wendell's fighting with him. It's like, we need to be alive to do what we're doing.
Yeah,
and I thought that was very interesting. It does say a lot about his character, because there's something in that like he needs to keep helping people, because then he doesn't have anything to hold on to tether him.
Yeah. It is called The Number 23. The movie is, and he it's a thriller drama, and he's kind of a little out of it, and he keeps seeing the number 23 and everything, and it starts driving him insane, and it's good.
And he becomes kind of like a bad guy.
Kind of, yeah. I don't want to give too much away, because it's the story is kind of twisted and overlapped, and
so Stacey Odom actually mentioned Robin Williams in 24, and I know the movie she's talking about, 24-hour photo, because my sister and
I remember that one.
We're rabid like Robin Williams fans. But
he came to mind too, and I couldn't think of the name of the movie, but yes, that's it. Yeah.
You know what sucks about that movie is that like even like you're like, oh my god, this guy's gross, and then like near the end you start to feel sorry for him too. Yeah. Like he's genuinely he's not really that gross. He's most of the time he's imagining himself in these situations, like, and they're kind of like creepy. They're creepy. And then he starts to cross the line, blah blah blah. But then and then you realize he's come from like this broken pat, and he's just this pitiful man.
Yeah.
But like so even that's kind of like iffy, you know. But anyway, sorry. It's just a really good exercise, because like it doesn't occur to you that like a comedian could play like a bad guy or like an antagonist or something.
I love it when they do, though.
Yeah.
So
John
far,
Travolta and Nick Cage do that a lot too. Kind of flip back and forth. Good guy, bad guy. Face Off is still one of my favorite movies.
I have to ask because like, and I think we had a conversation about this. I'm not sure, but like, because the wife and I recently saw 4 Weddings and a Funeral because the new show's out that Mindy Kaling produced, based on, I don't know if it's based on, but whatever. But like I watched it and it just does not hold up. It's just I think it's just such a bad movie. But then like now I'm wondering, does Face Off hold up? Because I just recently saw an essay that tore it the fuck down.
What? Did they make a show, or are you talking about the movie?
No, the movie. Like
the movie was phenomenal.
In a way, like there's some like logic holes. You know what I mean?
Oh, don't think too hard. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy it.
Like, how does the wife not know that it's not his penis? Like, do you know what I mean? Like simple things like that.
Yeah, I mean, you have
don't think about it too hard.
Yeah,
I'm not. I barely remember the movie. That's the thing. Like, but like I remember seeing 4 Weddings and a Funeral, but then like I rewatched it and I'm like, oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. This is just a bad movie. How did I like this movie? Like, I'm never gonna say that to the Goonies because there's too much of an emotional connection.
Oh yeah.
Because there are things, and I don't want to say them, but like there are things. But this
again,
is
just don't
bad.
think too hard.
It's just bad.
Some movies you just got to take it at face value and enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah, hopefully, because later on you won't.
Yeah.
no,
just don't think too hard.
Oh, and Blazy's saying no, fuck Face Off. Like, wow. Okay.
Oh, ouch!
Let's go for the throat.
Dang. All right. Don't like good movies. That's cool.
Knives Out. Let's see. I'm gonna see if there's any like finer points because I wrote all the finer points in caps, like so I wouldn't forget. But I think we really got them all mostly. Okay, I asked the Commonwealth of Splinter thing. I did our announcements. I like that Dwight's asshole was out of the picture. Yes. Do you think we'll see him again? Do you think we'll see Raleigh?
He's still alive, isn't he?
It would be a great idea if they kept him around to see if he, because you really were like, you really wanted him to kind of turn around. Rachael.
I do. I still want him to. I'm not so convinced anymore, though. No.
I'm glad.
Not after what we just saw. No.
Yeah, after that whole thing.
I kind of wanted Mo to shoot him, to be honest. When she said that, when she delivered that line, like I was waiting for the pop. And I'm like, just do it. Do it. Yep.
Blazy's like, where did they leave Dwight's asshole? Exactly.
Yeah, right? Where's Dwight's asshole?
Oh, you mean
he had what, 2 or 3 other guys with him? Or two other guys?
Two
one girl and 2 guys, I think, or something. Or one makes her half of the other.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
But I love using that name, Dwight's asshole, because he goes like, where did you leave Dwight's asshole? Yeah, right where you left it. Because I wonder now, like, right? Yeah. Yeah, Lucy's.
I mean, he's technically the only one of Logan. Well, him and the other people, the mystery people, are the only ones of Logan's group alive.
Well, that's why I was asking him. Like, well, this could be. I'm like so upset because like I just followed the woman who plays Doris, by the way.
Oh,
who's like posts really good. There's photos of Peggy Schott, who plays Tess, and her, and I just don't remember her name now, but yeah, of them together, and it was just so cute. And then now they're gonna try to start to work on a project together. It's so cool watching these people like have these like relationships and stuff like that. It's really, really cool. And now like she's gone from the show. It sucks. But yeah, I'll put them in the description, right? There. Later. I think we should just go to sneak peeks. Like, guys, if we didn't cover anything, just go to the comments section and just blow our asses up. Because the reason why I mentioned this, the thing at the top about like how we're going to change the way we go live is because we want to push out shorter episodes that just really kind of work between me and the hosts. And what we can do afterwards is do another show later on in the week where we can cover all your questions, like all the things that you had on your mind, and we can just go back and forth on those concepts. Because really, I mean, really, your comments are really, clearly, really, really good. They're clearly essential. Yeah. And they really kind of, like, some of you guys are on fire. Like, Eye in the Dark, too. Blazy's awesome. Even Chris, like, chimed in with a really good one, actually. And Lonnie, obviously, I can't. I can't without you. I just can't. Don't leave me. But the reason why I want to split it up in a way is because you guys kind of will come out a lot more. You guys will like really, really shine through a lot more with the second show, with the follow-up show, because it's really literally going to be all about you. I mean, the first show is going to be about you too. We get to interact with you in real time. We get to, take your comments to the bank, and it just will fuel the second show, and we'll be pushing double the content, and it's going to be great. Like, it's going to be really, really great. So that aside, let's go to the sneak peeks. And since they're boring, they'll go through a lot faster. As Blazy says, they're so boring. I love her.
I didn't see the sneak peek, so this will be fun for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so the sneak peek, because it's really quick. So Althea to Morgan, we should get back to the convoy. We're running low on gas, obviously. Runs into some desperate folks trying to siphon gas from another car. Stay away from me! Got like a screwdriver. the old Bronx screwdriver stab. So yeah, they're obviously accentuating the fact that like there's gas shortage, like even more so now, because now the Commonwealth, oh, sorry, I didn't mean that. The key to the future, wink wink, is now in control of the fields. So the reason why it's important to mention this guy is because he shows up later on in the sneak peek, and I'll bring that up now. Is the was it Althea and Morgan are hiding, telling the other guy, this guy, they're hiding in a car. They're saying out loud, "Hey, we're here to help." And he's looking out into the distance, and he's seeing these settler guys come over like the street, over the ridge. And he's like, "That's what they said." So he must have run away from them too, just like this other girl. And it doesn't look like, it doesn't bode well for him. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
Let's see. Grace and Daniel seem out of gas also. And Grace is saying, we can make it on foot. And then Daniel says, you, me, a cat with serious behavioral issues. And then some walkers come in and they have to boogie. And
we in the trailer we saw Daniel walking away with Skidmark in the carrier, and someone else that we thought was a Charlie, but turns out probably going to be Grace.
It could still be Charlie.
Could still be. I would like it if it's Charlie. I really want them to have this like relationship. Yeah,
it's really cool. Like, it seems like everybody's getting a turnaround. Like, everybody's getting more than what they bargained for in terms of what do you call it? Like making up for things.
Yeah, I'm still keeping a side eye on Charlie.
You're keeping. You didn't come through this.
I'm still keeping a side eye on Charlie.
Oh, I thought you got a turnaround after last week.
No, she was here. Now she's here.
Okay, I'll take it.
She's coming around.
I'll take it.
Coming around.
But yeah, like I just like this idea that like everybody's kind of getting, it's like was it like who does this quote? You can't always, the Rolling Stones, you can't always get what you want, but if you try, sometimes you get what you need.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of like what's going on right now. Like they're hoping they can make up for something, but then I think most of these guys are getting, like, look at Morgan, he's getting a relationship.
Yeah.
Maybe. You never know.
If he wants to, that's up to him.
Oh shit. Blazy's shipping Grace and Daniel.
Oh. Well, I mean, Grace might be like, psh, Morgan gave me the cold shoulder. What's up, Dan?
Lonnie's still rooting for Morgan. I am too. I gotta admit, and my favorite character. Come on now. But I don't. It's funny. Like, you'll root for him, but like at the same time, I'll recognize that maybe he's not ready for a relationship, though. If you think about it, yeah, a little bit.
Honestly, I think enough time has passed. He can let himself off the hook, but whether he will or not is the question.
Yeah,
but
that's the key. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would blame him if he did pursue this.
No.
Would you like to say something?
Sorry. It's a tough life. The struggle is real.
I know. I'm just kidding. Okay, and the last thing is Ginnie is talking. So this is like one of the last scenes. God, I left the volume really loud. Sorry. Let me just say that again. Cut. Okay. Ginnie is talking to Althea and Morgan, and it looks like Althea and Morgan find the settlers' compound, however big this thing is, because it seems to me that the keys may be entrances to how big this thing is. And
holy crap!
If you looked at the placement of where the keys are, this thing is big. It's covering miles. Whatever this area is.
Kind of arc.
I don't think it's a complex, but it's definitely like a perimeter of some kind. So if that's the case, these are all portcullises, all these keys on the map, that Logan's map that you saw in the episode. So if that's the case, it looks like Daniel and Grace find one end, and Althea and Morgan find another, find themselves inside the compound. And so there's this scene where they get dumped into a pool, and Ginny's coming out like saying, like while they're wrestling a walker underwater. What does she say? Oh no, I didn't write down the quote. She said, oh, I didn't write down the quote. She says something to the effect of,
"Oh no,
that's how you make an entrance," or something like that. Like while they're drowning with a walker. And so like it makes me think, oh, they found this place. I don't know what they plan on doing if they're going satellite station on these bitches, but like that never ends well.
And did they find it on purpose, or did they stumble upon it accidentally?
That's a good question. I mean, I'm thinking Daniel and Grace maybe accidentally, but and maybe Morgan too. We don't really know. I mean, for all we know, they could do another time jump. Right?
Yeah. I mean, as far as we know, that map is missing, but if they do a little time jump, then it would have been enough time for people to see the map.
Yeah. To see the map, to forget about it, to not know for us to not know where it is.
Yeah.
Well, this guy was so wouldn't that be a swimmer or floater, like the walker? I'm like, I don't know. I don't think they have any air inside them, so they'd just be like plopper. It'd be like a stone. But anyway, yes. If you do have anything that we missed, let us know in the comments. I will shoot it off to our new Slack to see what people think, and then maybe we'll all have a little answer. But yes, please leave a like, subscribe to us, and click the bell if you haven't. Come on, like our Facebook page and enable notifications. Leave a review on Stitcher and also Apple Podcasts, because that really helps. That really helps with visibility. I actually follow this podcasting Instagram account, and like one of the things they said was like, dude, why aren't you incentivizing the people who rate your podcast and like give them some free content and stuff like that? Well, I should probably do that. But if I gave you like all the extra content, you'd be like, oh, snooze, what? Like it's just us like before the show going like, hey, well, did you guys you want to go to the bathroom? Did you go to the bathroom? Did you get something to drink? Yeah. And then like afterwards, like it'll keep recording and be like, oh, I'm tired. Like,
listen, that's quality.
It's a lot of stretching.
It's just quality content right there, guys.
Quality content.
we say a lot of stuff off the air that we can't say on the air too.
Yeah,
that's why it's not on the air.
Like, that bitch is so annoying. I wish she'd stop commenting in the chat. Like, oh shit.
No, I don't think that's ever happened.
No, that's never happened. Ever, actually.
No.
Lucky us. We'd be so lucky if we had that situation. But yeah,
a heckler.
Unfortunately, Spotify doesn't have a rating system for podcasts. So, but unless I haven't checked in a while. But if they do that, please do that. Send us a rating or rate us on, or I don't know. Anyway, if you haven't, and I didn't mention this at the top, there's less than a month left of the giveaway. I'll edit this and I'll put this in the beginning. There's less than a month left in the giveaway. If you have not put in your entries at squawkingdead.com, you will be missing out on possibly winning a shout out at cameo.com. from one of the cast members of The Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead. I just threw up a video promotion. I just posted a new video promotion like last night after the episode aired, which actually got a lot of traction, but then I forgot to post the IGTV because I was at a wedding. But anyway, I did that this morning, and I enjoyed it. I want to create a better, like a more, because I threw all the people that are on cameo.com except for Nadine Marissa, who just joined over the weekend. So I'll be putting a little bit of her. I'll be putting like a little bit of everybody. But like not all 26 people that are on cameo.com this time around. So I'll be working on that next week or the week after for the final push, advertising and stuff like that. But please check out that video. It's one of the first few that have been posted either on Twitter or on Instagram or on Facebook. So check it out. Anyways, thank you for joining us. I think this was probably like the quickest episode or quickest feeling episode, much like the episode we just watched. And thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Carol, for joining us. Thank you for everybody in the chat. Blazy, Milani, Julia, Miss Mazel, Chris, everybody. So we'll see you next week, probably on Sunday. Yes, on Sunday. We'll be taking over for Talking Dead again. About time. And we'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
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 Done. And next, stop broadcast here.
Oh, bye, Carol.
She's like, I gotta go bed.
I know it. I really do too. I do too. 5:30 is gonna come really fast.
Yeah. Stop streaming. Archive stream. And then last but not least, there we go.
Yes,
and